Can you get a home loan when being casually employed?
Well, today you're going to find out how to get a home loan when you're working casually and 3 great strategies that are working right now. Let's dive right in, Nate.
So let's take a step back. Firstly, Jaden, what are the basics when being casually employed that we need to know about?
Well, Nate, according to the ABS, over 25% of workers are actually casually employed. That's over 2.5 million people. And it's super common if you're working in retail, if you're working in hospitality, to be employed on a casual basis. Now, what this means is you can work either irregular hours or you can be regularly employed casually. It just means that your employer might not be paying superannuation, they might not have holiday or sick leave payment. But unfortunately, when you're looking at home loans, the banks don't really get this. A lot of their credit managers and people are full-time employed, so they just don't quite understand what it means to be casually employed, and it's completely normal.
What are the differences between full-time and part-time casually employed? I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Yeah, so in a lot of jobs these days, like I said, it's really common just to be casually employed ongoing, and you might be full-time or regularly employed as a casual employee. So this can mean you're doing a regular 30 or 40 hours a week in, week out. It can be common for nurses or teachers, and they have this structure where although you might be casual, you're still getting regular hours. And if this is the case, it's actually great news. With a lot of banks, you only need to be in that job for even a minimum of a month to be able to get a loan and apply for a loan because you've got those regular hours. The second type is part-time casual. So this is common if you're working irregular hours. So you might be working in a bar, you might be doing shift work, working in a car park. One week you might be working 15 hours, next week you might be working 30 hours. Now for this, it's a bit more difficult for the banks to be able to substantiate your income. So they're gonna wanna see at least 3 months history in that job to be able to use that income towards helping you apply for your mortgage.
You're probably thinking, how do I get a home loan if I'm casually employed?
Yeah, Nate, great question. So like I said earlier, a lot of banks kind of make it tough for you to get a home loan approved if you're casually employed. But there's good news. We work with a lot of people who are in these sorts of situations. It's really common to be a casually employed nurse, a teacher that's casual, or a teacher's aide. Even for people that are working multiple jobs, it's sometimes hard having a bunch of different part-time jobs, but you might be casually employed. Now, banks look at different things for these criteria, and like I said, they might need a bit more employment history, they might want to see how long you've worked in that same industry, they might even ask you a group certificate or tax return. The good news is, you can still access the same lending products as people that are on full-time income. So potentially you need as little as 10% deposit to be able to get a home loan, even if you're casually employed.
So how would the bank calculate my casual income in an application?
Yeah, so again, it's gonna come down to your situation. If you've got that really lumpy or regular casual income, the banks might wanna see your last 2 years group certificates or your PAYG summaries to get an understanding of what it's looked like. And although it might be up and down, you can kind of work on an average. So for that, we might need sort of the last 3 months bank statements, we might need your pay slips, we might need your group certificates. But on the other hand, Nathan, if you're working regular hours, if you're doing 30 or 40 hours a week, regularly ongoing, it's way easier. We might only need your most 2 recent pay slips, and the banks will look at your year-to-date income. So that's the figure on there that says, cumulatively for this year, you might be earning X. And we can annualize that, and it's super easy. Again, every situation is different, so that's why it's important to work with a mortgage broker that really understands all these banks' policies and make sure that you can get your casual home loan approved.
So if you're casually employed and you're not sure of your current situation and how you might be able to get a home, feel free to touch base with us at huntergalloway.com.au and we'd be more than happy to have a chat.
And otherwise, if you have any other questions, make sure you hit us up and like and subscribe to the video. Appreciate it. All right, guys, catch ya.